Hey guys, this is Fran and welcome back to Redrawing an Angel. I don't know what I'm going to call this, so welcome back to me drawing. Initially, this was going to be part of a quote-unquote new project that I was trying for my channel, but I have absolutely no audience interaction. Zero. One person commented. That was my sister. I took her advice. That's it. So I'm just going back to what I usually do, which is just speed drawing, and maybe I'll delete the video. I don't want people thinking that I'm actually attempting this, because it was a complete failure. No one said anything. No one wanted to be part of it. No one wanted to, give me advice. Which, hey, it's fine, but I guess not. I'm not going to try new things. I'm just going to stick to this if that's what you guys like. So, anyway, I don't have much to say about this part of the drawing video, simply because I already talked about it in the other video. Okay, so there was a drawing that I did in high school. I looked at it recently, wanted to remake it to see if I could do what I couldn't do back then, and that's what the point of this drawing is. Right now, the face that you see there, that's directly from the reference that I used, so then I decided to later on change it. And that's so far what I have to say about this part of the video. So I'm going to leave you guys till the actual new footage comes on, and I will explain and talk about what's going on screen then. Okay, so we are now in completely new footage, never before seen on YouTube, and here I found a diagram as reference for the wing that I wanted to draw. When I said that I didn't get advice, I meant here on YouTube, but I do have my art friends from Instagram, Daddy's Boys, who kind of wanted me to try something with the wing, but I'm not that advanced. So I just chose a diagram as a reference to show me the layer of feathers and how the wing kind of folds, and I based off this wing off of that diagram. So yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily realistic, because like I said, it's a diagram, like a drawn diagram of a wing, and it's the only reference I used for the wing. Yeah. I think the wing took the longest, if I'm being completely honest, simply because at first I went in there very roughly with a brush, and then I decided to go in again, softening the feathers and making them look a little bit more solid, but at the same time soft, which took a while. And I say this a lot on Instagram, I am both very slow, very lazy. So it takes a while for me to get something done. And in the end, I think it looks very nice. I am really happy with the way the wing turned out. And I don't know, I really enjoyed drawing it. Here I decided, or well, I thought that I wanted to add a darker background, because in the original picture you're kind of really cropped in to the character, so you don't see the background. And I wanted to try and attempt to add a more detailed background on this, but nothing I tried was working, so I decided to just make him be the focal point, obviously, and the world around him is just very white. Yes, that's a very cheap cop out, but it's what I decided for, and I ended up liking what I did. I made the ground visible, quote unquote visible, because it's really just white as well, but I made it semi-visible by adding very light shadows going in perspective towards the camera a little, at least my attempt at it. The shadows under him kind of make you see the ground without really having the ground there. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something that I consciously did to avoid actually rendering a darker ground. Here there's where I'm trying out all these different lines to make the ground more visible. And I also toyed around with drawing the other wing, but I went against that just because I didn't really know how to draw the other wing in that perspective, because it would have to be folded a weird way, I think. And in the end, I decided that I always draw one-winged angels because I love it. And I decided to add this, to just skip the wing and then add a freaking spear. Here's the spear. If you go back, my angels are always hurt in one way or the other. I don't know why. I like it. I like the drama. It looks dramatic to me. So I decided to add a spear to kind of explain why this angel is on the floor. He's on the floor because he got speared down by some sort of mean jerk that wanted to destroy this poor angel. And of course, it wouldn't be a hurt angel drawing without some sort of wound and blood coming out of it. So I wanted to add the blood and then realized that the entry hole could not be little the way I had it. So I was trying to make, where the blade of the spear came, and it was looking very vaginal, I gotta say. So I ended up redoing it to what you see now and kind of adding maybe darker skin around the wound to kind of show that he's also internally bleeding a bit from it. I don't know. I'm not an expert on wounds. I don't know if that's actually what happens, but that's what I decided to do. And then the puddle of blood, I didn't know if that was a big enough puddle. I thought that maybe it was, but then when I would zoom out, you couldn't really tell the blood, so I went back in. You couldn't really see the blood. I went back in and made the puddle just a slightly bigger. Originally, I wanted the blood coming out of his head, because he also fell and hit his head, maybe. I don't know. But I went against that and just did the puddle of blood by the entrance wound of the spear. And I kind of learned I learned a little bit about how to render fluids. They've got really weird reflections in it, and the way that it reflects light is also very weird. Right now, what you see in screen is not with reference. I did go back later on with a reference to fix the puddle, and I think it looks better. I still have a long way, but it definitely taught me a few things. Also, in the original drawing, I've got feathers from the angel that came off or whatever, so that is why I've added a couple feathers here and there. I also did look up references for those, and I used little diagrams that I found for those as well. And I'm not sure at what point, but I gave him piercings in his ear. They're on screen now. I don't know when that happened, but I just thought he was looking kind of plain and added 2 little piercings there, because why not? I'm that kind of artist. I just draw things on there because I think they look good. And actually here is where I go back and attempt to render the blood again by using actual references this time. And in the end of it, I think that it looks alright. It looks good. It looks better than what I was trying to pass as a reflective liquid. So I was pretty happy with the outcome, but I still have a lot to learn. It was really weird because the blood is supposed to be in one perspective and then the body in the other, so I had to figure out how I would render a reflection onto the puddle. So that's what kind of threw me off. I don't know if I was doing it right or not, but for now that is what I am capable of doing, and I think it looks alright. So yeah, that is it for the drawing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
They say love should be so endless. Well, I hope that they are right. I've tried to be strong and take it day by day, but I'm lost in a